Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't done it already, please click the subscribe button. Follow me across all my social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Links are in the description box below. Follow me as well on Twitch. We're trying to get a hold of that PS5 bro. Big man thing, yeah, that is hard to find. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that is a hard trait to find. Yeah, but nevertheless, we proceed and we move forward. Yeah, if you guys know any plugs, shout me, let me know, bro. But nevertheless, this is the reaction to Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder press conference. Well, the highlights. Apparently, a few things went down, so I'm gonna react to it and give our 2 cents and an opinion. Let's crack on. Let's go.
Let's bring our fighters out onto the stage. We'll begin with the challenger, the bronze bomber, Deontay Wilder. And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, here is the undefeated WBC and lineal heavyweight champion of the world, Tyson Fury.
I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I'd like to thank my amazing team. And I'd like to thank my strong legal team as well. Look, enough said. Time to cut off his head. And come July the 24th.
Hold on a minute. Is it? Do you know what Deontay reminds you of? Yeah. Do you know if you watch Narcos, right? Pablo Escobar, he always did a cross sign. Yeah, like a lot of the time, he did a cross sign. He'd be, oh yeah, you know, God, you know, God help me. Before I do his doubles, matters of stuff. Bro, he literally just said, thanks to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And in the same breath, he said, I'm going to take off his head. Bro, if I said that, it'll be peak, fam. But let's move, fam.
There will be bloodshed.
There will be bloodshed.
Get your tickets now. I'll see you soon.
Good afternoon, everybody. Morning. I don't know what time it is. Afternoon. Firstly, I'd like to say congratulations to Deontay Wilder for finding his Lord and Saviour Jesus Christ. Before the last fight, he was comparing gods, and we know my God won, so congratulations. And after all this bloodshed stuff, not so certain. Heard it all before, to be fair. Said all this last time. Decapitation and bloodshed and all that. And we all know what went down there, so, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of people got a lot of questions and they want to know certain facts, including myself. So I'll leave the questions open to the floor. Keep it short and simple from me. Thank you very much.
Deontay, last time we were up here, it was Tyson who had a new trainer sitting next to him, and you spoke about him making changes to his team, changing trainers and all that. You decided to make a change. Why was Malik the right person for the job to get it done this third time?
Great question. Great question. Let's see what he has to say.
Deontay?
You said, why was I the right one to get it done for the job?
Yes.
The thing with us is the chemistry. I believe there's great fighters in the world, right, that have great teachers. But then I believe there's great fighters in the world that have good chemistry with a good or okay teacher, and that makes them, and it makes it work for them. So our chemistry is firing on all cylinders on both sides. He's already...
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, Malik. That question was for Deontay Wilder, bro. Bro, he's doing the silent treatment. Alright, let's carry on.
Already made the mental adjustments to turn his household into his training facility. Eat, sleep, and boxing. I have no doubt in my mind Deontay is going to become 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, and I believe it's going to be by knockout.
All right, Tyson, how did you go from that switch, it being, and everyone thinking it was going to be Anthony Joshua one day, to 2 days later, here we are with Deontay Wilder?
So it wasn't really hard for me. I never started training. I wasn't in training camp when all these negotiations were going on. So it was what it was. 1 minute I'm fighting one guy, next minute I'm fighting another guy. It's what I do. It's what I get paid to do. I get paid to beat up on people. Not a bad job, really. Yes. So, yeah, it's going to be Deontay Wilder. So, yeah.
I wonder why the initial fight with the other guy didn't happen. Great question.
It's his turn again. Let him get another good hiding, and we'll see if he wants a fourth rematch after this one. Maybe a 7th, 10th, 72. Who knows? It might go on forever.
How do you continue to keep your mental health strong through everything that you've been going through in this point to get you ready for this third fight?
Yeah, I just keep training, stay motivated. Every day I wake up, it's a blessing. I'm happy to be alive, you know. I'm happy to be living, being here right now, and I look forward to today. That's how I manage my problems. I'm not looking forward to the future. I'm not looking at the past. I enjoy today, the now, living in the moment type of person. I look forward to the challenge. I hope he's going to bring something different to what he did last time. Well, he needs to. Let's face facts. And let's hope he can give me a challenge. I know he's took on Malik, very experienced guy in boxing. He's had a lot of professional fights himself. And let's hope he can bring the best out of Deontay Wilder, hopefully.
Like I've been telling the reporters, if we got out the ring with Fury in the second fight at 12:45, we was disappointed and we had a long talk and everything, but literally around 3 a.m. or 4 a.m., Deontay was already putting his plan into play on what he wanted done, how he wanted.
Last time I checked, Malik Scott was not part of the training team in his last fight. So I'm not sure what he's done about there. But let's proceed. What do I know?
To, you know, rededicate himself, how he wanted to do everything correct to get the title back. And he's done that, and I'm expecting him to win and win in grand fashion.
Why do you think that Deontay doesn't want to answer any questions up here
I don't know.
today?
Well, number one, he's very stubborn. You know what I mean? Even though he's rededicated his life and everything to the craft, he's very stubborn. But like most legends or like most gifted people, they have their things with them. Like even Fury, he has his things with him. A lot of people think he's crazy. Most people that are like that. Marvin Gaye is one of my favorite artists of all time, musician-wise. He had his thing with him. Michael Jackson, these people have their thing with him. But what I do, as long as Deontay give me what I want in the gym, long as he give me what I'm asking for when he's sparring, I don't care about the stubbornness. We gonna get this work done because we got a big task ahead, and it's my job and his job to make sure it get done.
What do you make of the fact that Deontay doesn't want to answer any questions?
It shows how weak of a mental person he is, and how much of the beating from the last fight has took an emotional, physical effect on his life. I was worried about Deontay Wilder for quite a while after the defeat that I gave him. And obviously he's doing his little thing with his earphones on and he doesn't want to answer any questions. That's up to him, but I'm here to promote a fight and talk to the press, what I always do. So if Deontay Wilder doesn't want to commit to this press conference, let's me take Deontay Wilder's part. So I'll play double character if you want. Yeah, I'm quite good at doing these role-playing stuff. So I'll be Deontay Wilder and I'll be Tyson Fury, and we'll play a little game. So here's me taking as Tyson Fury. So he's employed Malik Scott to help him. And as Malik said, Wilder is a stubborn person, so he's got his own mentality and he wants to do things his own way. So to listen to other people is not what Deontay Wilder does. So no matter how much that Malik teaches Deontay's going to do what Deontay's going to do.
That's wrong. That's wrong.
Deontay's going to do what he's going to do.
He's been doing everything I've asked him and told him to do.
Yeah, but like Mike Tyson said, everyone's got a game plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Yeah, but you're talking about as far as training. He's doing everything.
Yeah, he can do that,
more.
but in the real fight I'm talking about, he's going to do what he's going to do. He's going to revert straight back to type, 100%. As soon as he hits him with the first right hand, he's going to see red and he's going to I'm going to take his head off with
Sugar
this big
Hill
right.
just said you're a one-punch knockout artist now, but there's no history of you knocking someone out with one punch. So that means when a fight gets started, or you want to go back
he's going to go straight back to revert, 100%. You heard it here first. And another thing is, you can't expect him to do something that you couldn't do.
Like what? Lock you out?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, but me and you never fought, Tyson. You bust my eardrum when
we did spar, didn't we? And we know what happened there.
You're a 260-pound man that can fight. You bust my eardrum the first time we sparred. That's not something to brag about. You can fight. That's what you do.
I know, but like you can't teach him to be some great fighter when you wasn't. But as we're on the topic of ear busting, don't we find it funny that I busted both of these guys' eardrums, trainer and fighter? Crazy. Statistics.
Let's eat the world.
Fam, do you know what? The fact that Deontay isn't, the fact that he's not responding is actually a good thing, because Tyson Fury is, his fuel in all of this is he likes to thrive off a reaction. He wants to get under your skin and he likes an argument. That's his sort of cup of tea. And he's a ninja at these sort of verbal antics. However, as a wise man once said, if you argue with a man like Tyson Fury, he will drag you down to his level and beat you with experience. The guy can argue and he can talk and his verbal pound for pound record is up there with one of the greatest of all time. That's the level that this guy is a good talker. Nevertheless, I think Deontay is doing an amazing job by just keeping his mouth shut, because if he keeps his mouth shut, Tyson Fury doesn't have the ammo to fight back at him, and Tyson Fury will become powerless and defenseless. From the Deontay Wilder's standpoint, this is a good idea. From Tyson Fury's standpoint, it don't really make too much of a difference. But let's carry on watching this.
Tyson Sugar Hill.
I'm going to be aiming for Deontay Wilder's ears in the next fight. Burst, burst, burst.
Is it going to be, in your anticipation, a one-punch knockout, or how do you see this third fight
I'll tell you how I
playing
see
out?
it. And I gave my game plan away the first time because he wasn't good enough to do anything about it.
Do you know what? God bless this lady as well. I know she's putting in a graft. I know she's doing her job as to ask questions as the host, as a reporter. But big man ting, all I'm saying is they put her in with some tough guys to get an answer from. So it is what it is, man.
And I'll do the same thing this time because he's not good enough to do anything about it. Deontay Wilder's a one-trick pony. He's got one-punch power. We all know that. Great. But what I'm going to do to Deontay Wilder this time is I'm going to run him over as if I'm an 18-wheeler and he's a human being. And I guarantee you he does not go past where he did before. Because before I only had 5 or 6 weeks of practicing what I was going to do to him. This time I've had 18 months of practicing what I'm going to do to him. So I anticipate it's going to be like an 18-wheeler running over somebody. And that's what you're going to see. I'm building my weight up. I'm trying to get up to 300 pounds for this fight. Because I'm looking for a big knockout straight away. I don't believe he's mentally, physically or emotionally involved in his fight. I think he's doing it for the wrong reasons. And when people do things for the wrong reasons, they always wind up getting hurt. So we'll see on fight night if I'm a man to my word and if I can run him over quicker than round 7. And I think I do, for sure.
It's going to be a great fight. And you can see Deontay Wilder is saving his energy by not saying anything. Good. Maybe that'll help him in the fight. I doubt it. We'll see what we'll see on July 24th.
Two-time. Two-time. Two-time.
Now, I am aware that sort of press conference lasted, or that sort of stare down, people are saying is a Guinness Book record stare down. So apparently it's like 5 minutes long. But what did I think of it? With Deontay Wilder, I ain't gonna lie. Like, honestly, it is what it is, man. They stared down to look at each other for 5 minutes. I did not see what was the point, personally. And watching the clips on Twitter, I think Deontay Wilder was the first one to turn back and walk away. Doesn't really show anything. I put 0 weight and 0 gravity into stare downs anymore, to be frank. In terms of the press conference, yeah, like I said, Wilder was great and good enough to keep his mouth shut. That was an amazing thing that he could do, because the thing is, Tyson Fury, the little things that Malik Scott was saying, he was using it against him. Malik Scott said that I bust your eardrums in sparring, and he flipped that over. He said, yeah, why not? Like, isn't it ironic how both of you guys are guys that I bust their eardrums? And if he could do that with just little information or little material, imagine when Deontay Wilder fires back at him with 5 shots, he'll just flip it back at him again and work Wilder up. Wilder needs to be focused and come with a great game plan. Who do I want to win this fight? Ironically, I want Tyson Fury to win because he's a fellow British fighter, but I find it very difficult to pledge a full support for him, as a guy who's basically lied to us to an extent where he the fight with AJ was promised, but that's Tyson Fury for you. He said he's going up to £300. Do I believe him? No, not really. He was at 270, I think 270 last time they fought, which basically means that that was big as well. He was very he was mobile enough to attack Wilder. £300 means that he's just in the center of the ring and he can't move. It'd be like an Andy Ruiz, if he's £300. £300 is a lot. For him, 6'9", £200 could get away with it, but it's going to be less. It's going to be less effective if he's at that weight class, in my opinion. But I don't believe that he's going to get to that weight class personally. He said he's going to knock Fury out, or knock Wilder out the first match. He also said he's going to donate to charity his purse if he beats Deontay Wilder, or I'm not if he beats Deontay Wilder. I think he just agreed on that regardless. He also said that he'll fight Dillian White for the diamond belt, and he also said that he's going to fight Anthony Joshua. So forgive me if I'm not believed by what Tyson Fury says. Nevertheless, was this a good press conference? Nope. But thank you very much for watching this video. If you haven't done already, please click the subscribe button. I'm trying to get a few more content out this week, so hopefully stay tuned for a bit more content. We've got some new stuff coming out this week, so peace, love and prosperity, guys, and I'm gonna catch you guys in a bit. Peace.